you know, if you're just content warning. The following video contains material that may be harmful or traumatizing to some audiences.
That's right. Goddamn, that's right.
They can hear us right now.
They can hear us right now?
They can literally hear us right now.
I'm just trying to post this really quick.
There we go. Yeah, so we gotta go. I mean, hey, you still got a second.
Yo.
Don't sweat it. Oh, yeah, that's right. On Instagram. That's this nightmare.
Oh. Hey, folks. Good morning. This is the Brew with Brotherwife. This is Tyler.
This is Jeff.
We're two friends that tried to start a podcast to get a little bit more exposure for their passion of creativity, of rousing extremely unique situations to feel a little something inside of this deep fucking gullet of despair. And we wanted to bring a little bit of what we found.
We wanted to.
We wanted to. I don't know if it's going to work. We've been trying. And, we're not down and out, but...
we're down and out.
We're not down and out.
I'm down
We're just... Okay, I'm down and out, too.
Okay, we're down and out. But we're not going to tell you that.
I'm telling you that.
We're not telling you that.
Oh, man.
You didn't hear it from us.
You know, when you try and do a lot of things at once, it just becomes stressful.
And when there's a cat stuck inside your double door system, it also gets stressful. Yeah, folks.
With cats, you have to pick them up gently.
With cats, you have to pick them up gently. Unless you don't want to. And then you can pick them up however the fuck you want.
Yeah, but in order to gain their trust, you can't come in hot. You have to be gentle.
But if you don't need trust.
Right, but then if you can't pick them up, then they won't allow you to pick them up.
Sure.
They are allowing you almost every time you pick them up.
Here's my only point.
They can get out.
If you're picking them up to hurl them in a wood chipper.
Yeah.
All bets are off.
Sure.
And this is kind of the situation with humanity too. Like, if you plan on being like a person that engages culturally with other humans, you kind of got to follow the rules. But if you don't, then you're kind of cooking. You're cooking now.
You're kind of Gucci.
You can kind of do whatever you want. Isn't that weird? What? You really can just do whatever you want whenever you want.
I know.
It's a weird feeling.
It is a weird. It's like
when you really know
it's
that.
It's like when we read some of these stories and it's like, yeah, the guy just stole 3 cars in the matter of 3 minutes, and I'm like, you could just do that.
You could just do that.
You could just do whatever you want. Well, that's the beautiful thing. So I just read. The world is such a fragmented, disgusting place.
Yeah.
Remember, 10 years ago when, I guess it's the internet. Remember 10 years ago when you just went on Reddit and you're like, huh, interesting. What an interesting comment. What a bunch of interesting comments. Yeah. Now there's, TikToks of Reddit comments.
Yeah.
So I was watching a TikTok of a bunch of Reddit comments. Because I am doing well mentally.
Well, and there is a Reddit that is TikTok videos. So I'm just imagining you're on the Reddit for TikTok, watching TikTok commentary on Reddit videos.
Yeah, it gets you get to a point where you do not deserve to live anymore.
Yeah.
As a human that contributes and it receives and is a filter, you don't deserve life after a certain point.
We're crossing that threshold.
When you're into Reddit comment TikToks on Reddit about TikTok.
Yeah.
And you're jacking off. You can't stop. You can't stop. You're like, what is the most unethical life hack there is? I want to know.
Scrolling is tied in very much to sexuality.
Really quick, the life hack that they said was just these guys went to a fucking I don't even know. I went to a chiropractic office or some sort of nice place. I don't know, with a bunch of TVs. Okay. And they showed up in high vis vests. They had a fake work order. And they were like, "Yeah, we're doing a tech upgrade. I don't know. We're just the guys that remove the old stuff, and then the other guys are behind us. They're gonna do and they gave a bill of lading for a fucking tech order,
and then just robbed,
and then just stole 3 70-inch TVs.
Oh my god,
yeah.
That is savvy. That is
beautiful.
savvy.
That's amazing. You can do
whatever you want.
I kind of want to start getting dark. I kind of want to start doing crazy shit. All you need
is a reflective vest and a badge that you printed out that morning.
Yeah, and a smile. And a little bit of a tiny bit of charisma.
Or a gun.
You
can trade all of the other stuff for a gun really easily.
So I wanted to actually bring us to our story here. An Ohio man fatally shot Uber driver after scam phone call targets both of them. But look at this photo.
Ooh.
Is that not just wonderful?
That is a great photo.
Folks, we're gonna show this to you really quick.
Ship that on over to me. Ship that on. I kind of want that. Can we use that? Can we use that for like our
absolutely,
brew?
Yeah.
Oh, let's put your face on one of them and my face on one of them. We still have a band. I can say we still have a band.
Oh man, yeah. Let's put your face. Who's got the gun?
I want the gun.
I was gonna say I want the gun.
We want the gun.
All right, so I sent it to Tyler. He's whoa.
I mean,
he's gonna pop it up.
We're never gonna tell you what he said whoa at.
An Ohio man who authorities say fatally shot an Uber driver who he thought was trying to rob him after scam phone calls deceived them both has been indicted on a murder charge. I sent that to you, by the way.
Guess what, folks? Guess what? Guess what age he is?
Oh, he is. I love that. Can you pull up the photo for the good folks?
Absolutely. I'll pull that photo up
so he is in his kill years. Folks, he's literally 81 years old. Willem Brock, 81, also faces counts of kidnapping and felonious assault in the indictment handed up Monday by a Clark County grand jury. Court documents did not list an attorney for him, and a telephone number for Brock could not be located. He had pleaded not guilty and could face a life sentence if convicted on a murder charge. And folks, this is the beautiful thing. Again, we try to bring you this concept. He's facing a life sentence. He's 81.
He's 81.
With the way that they're putting GMOs in every single fucking fruit.
That's a 4-year sentence,
This
folks.
guy's probably 4 years at max.
That's a 4-year sentence.
He's
and you gotta think to yourself, who are they going to be nicer to? A 22-year-old youngblood who just shot someone to death? Or an 81-year-old gentleman.
He's gonna
named William Brock.
It's gonna be like when the fucking like a princess comes to like a town.
Exactly. He's gonna live a better life in prison than he did. His family doesn't visit anymore. He's 81.
Yeah.
At 75.
His family's dead. All his friends are dead. All his family's dead.
People have already come to terms with your death. Like at around somewhere in your 70s, they're like, oh gosh, we really should spend more time with Grandpa.
They start pre-morning.
Yeah. And then they spend a lot of time with you for 5 years, and they're like, I'm tapped out.
Right.
At 80, I am tapped out.
Right. They start actually like,
can you fucking die?
They're like, Grandpa,
already?
do you want another serving of steak? Because I need to
chop them extra.
I'm trying to play
big.
softball next summer.
Is there gravel in my steak,
Come
nephew?
on.
Yes, there is gravel.
All right, so
die, you pig!
This is the scene at the residence here. The shooting occurred March 25th. At Brock's home, so that's just under a month ago.
Folks, here you go. Look at this. It's a really...
She seems like... I love how nonchalant she is.
Yeah.
She's like, don't you point that gun at me. I just was delivering chungs.
I feel like she's singing a song. Don't you point that gun at me. I got lots of... Well, we could stick with it.
Yes, I was just delivering chungs. Don't you point that gun at me. I was just delivering chungs. Check it.
I like it.
The shooting occurred... when Brock had received scam calls from someone pretending to be an officer from the local court who eventually began making threats and demanding money, authorities said. The victim, Loetha Hall, 61, was an Uber driver who had been told to retrieve a package from Brock's home. A request, authorities say, was possibly made by the same scam caller or an accomplice, rather. So he
can't go kill the scammer anymore.
He can't because he can't drive.
Well,
that's where they could have linked up.
Yeah.
They really could have linked up. She drives, he shoots. But unfortunately he was too trigger happy. He's 81. He's like I just entered my kill years. I've been waiting for this.
We see there's something reminiscent of the Panama shootings here.
Yes,
something
absolutely.
very reminiscent of the Panama shootings. You guys, if you watch the show that we reviewed a couple months ago,
there was a gentleman who had murdered a man that was blocking the way.
Was he in his kill years? I think he was close, but not
he
quite.
He wasn't in his
70,
kill years, so he got raked over the coals for sure, because he wasn't in his kill years. Which, folks, if you're not in your kill years, I mean, we try to really iron out what those are for you to make the right decision in your life.
So we figured out you can't say...
You
can't say
KMS, KYS.
You can't say any of that, right? But you can say...
You can say... unalived. Yeah, you can say unalived.
Oh my god.
Dude.
Don't you love the carousel of euphemisms they use to describe the exact same thing?
Yeah, or like homelessness, unhoused.
It's literally just people being like, insanity. You're not good enough for saying this thing that way. We're saying the same exact thing.
We're talking about the same
You're just
concept.
saying it with a feather up your ass.
Yeah.
That's the only fucking difference is you went and killed a fucking peacock and shoved one of its gorgeous feathers up your ass, and now you squawk around talking about how you're... I'm sorry.
Is the feather... I'm sorry, is the feather like feather side in, or is it like quill side in?
It's quill side in.
Okay, so then it's got like it's pretending to be...
Exactly.
Okay, I see.
Yeah.
I thought it was like, I just love how this feather feels in my ass.
I mean, you could tickle your ass a little bit before.
Yeah, you could tickle your own prostate with a feather.
That probably does feel
When I was a kid, I don't touch feathers ever, because when I was a kid, my dad really was like, don't touch feathers. They're disgusting.
Yeah. That was kind of a thing with our... I mean...
Why were there so many feathers back in the day? I don't see any feathers these days.
It's because we killed all the birds.
I guess I would think
cats, domestic cats.
Yeah? There was a
cats.
grip of feathers when I was a kid. I see no feathers.
There was a lot of feathers. I mean,
I see no feathers these days.
You did live in different areas.
I lived in a lot of different areas, and I saw feathers everywhere.
Yeah.
You're not helping.
Let's go back. Can we bring more feathers back to the United States?
I'd like to bring feathers.
Yeah. No, so I'm thinking
there's
gotta be people who are really into getting tickled with feathers, you know?
Oh, 1000%. It's that used to be like a sexual thing. Like a feather, like that's like, hot candle wax, like a feather, like that used to be like a thing.
A feather.
I don't know together, but like a feather was definitely a sexual
thing. Elevated to like pegging and like shock therapy.
And having sex with your stepsister.
Yeah. How did that...
What is that?
How did that get so...
I think people are just like, it's wrong.
So big, yeah.
People love the wrong, you know?
See, but we're kind of trapped now. Because there's no more barriers to cross other than extremely illegal ones. You know, like as culturally, we've slowly elevated to as dark as it can legally get.
Right.
You know, and so now there's a bunch of like fetishists that are kind of between a rock and a hard place.
No, I get it.
Between a jail.
No, I wonder what the next like sexual like evolution is, because we had OnlyFans, and now like there's just so many people. That
have you guys seen the AI NSFW roleplay thing? That's a huge thing right now.
No, that makes sense.
So there's AIs that are doing like NSFW roleplay.
But I guess I just remember, what's like, so that's the next commonplace. Because like we keep having these big, boom, like there's these big sexual things.
I think AI girlfriends. And they have some,
and then they sync it to AI porn
too.
So they can like, you can like fuck and stuff?
Yes. Well, like, so they can produce pictures. That's kind of, I think, like where it's at right now. They can produce pictures. So
you're working with something like 1920s-esque.
Yeah, I think
it's our 1920s.
I think
it's 2020s 1920s.
2020s 1920s.
And in the 60s, we're gonna go to the fucking.
I think
we're
they
gonna go
are
to the
gonna
jizz
sync
moon.
it up to sex machines though. Like you know, you have like all these.
They already kind of have that.
They do. I mean, they have sex robots.
Really?
I
guess there are sex robots.
There are sex robots.
Well, there's like sex dolls, but then
they're priced out for poor people though.
Yeah.
Although with payment plans, are they priced out?
I see payment plans on everything. What is it, Klarna? Klarma or what? Klarna? What is
something,
it?
Yeah.
They're like
is it Prima?
6 fucking payments at $8.99.
Yeah.
On this fucking smoke machine from Klarna. They want to finance everything. You can finance Uber Eats these days.
Okay,
you can.
It's
fucked.
So unacceptable.
It's fucked. It's like It's like eat now, pay later. Ugh. Come on.
Oh my god.
It's so fucking disgusting.
Oh my god.
We're living in a rough place.
Squeezing out the last little bits of blood.
But it's just
out the last little bits of blood.
Because like comparatively, like everything is fine, but it's just like it's like we're in a toxic relationship with our own tech and our own government and our own like enterprise. Like everything is fine and we're in a holding pattern. Like it's like it's like a toxic wealthy family. Like everything looks good, but it's just not good. Things don't even look good. It's just funny comparing people that pick rocks out of their beans, right? Yeah. And then we're just like, God, these TikTok threads of Reddit comments on TikTok but there is like a psychological component to what's happening that is like even more nefarious than just having like a food shortage or something. Like there's like a deep mindfuck happening, like a deep value shift, a deep culture shift, a deep priority shift. Like
I don't even know.
It's just very, very weird to be tortured on this weird level.
I don't even know if it's really like a value shift. Like if you look at the way humans have worked for a really long time, poor people like have some values and like care about their families and like generally like kind of try to promote like semi-healthy culture like around themselves in their communities because they need that to survive. Like culturally that's a survival mechanism. But the immensely wealthy, like if you look at like empirical civilizations, like a king in his court with like 7,000 armed guards. Like he doesn't need any of that to survive.
Individualism, you know. It becomes, you know, when you don't care about your brother. If everybody looked to their left and looked to their right and made sure everyone was okay, we'd be in a good spot. But everyone's like, how can I rob the person on my left and then fuck the person on my right?
Robin fuck. A classic Robin fuck. A classic Robin
Folks, you gotta stop Robin, and for the love of Christ, you gotta stop fucking.
People really like Robin Hood.
They don't care as much for Robin fuck.
They don't care as much for Robin
That was the sequel that got floated out. Disney didn't pick it up.
Yeah, I love too Robin Hood, like I love Robin Hood, like it accidentally stumbled on something like Robin Hood, Hood Robin. I'm Robin in the Hood. You know?
Sure.
Except it should have been like Robin Ritz.
Robin Ritz, right.
Robin Ritz,
right.
you know?
Because nobody in the hood's got no money.
Yeah, I'm out Hood Robin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, that's
Hood Robin, Robin Hood.
That's nice. Okay, you want to read one of these bad buddies here?
Absolutely. And just so you guys, you know you're getting what you expect.
And Dylan said you can find the feathers. What does he say?
He says look for the feathers
and they will come. Yeah, that's great. I love that. Folks, look for the feathers and they will come.
That's true. I find more feathers than I'd like to admit because my cats are decimating my local bird population.
Look for the feathers, they will come, and then once you find a feather,
you know what?
You will come.
Hey! We put tinkle collars on the cats, and it is actually, I don't think they've killed a single bird since.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't think they've killed a single bird.
You're ruining their ability to hunt.
I am ruining their ability to hunt. But
you're taking what they naturally need to do and robbing them of it. You're no better than these TikTok overlords.
I'm gonna strangle you to death.
You're no better than these TikTok overlords.
My cat got stuck on my neighbor's roof.
I know. I told you this.
Yeah. It happened again.
Oh, again? Okay.
Yeah, and he wouldn't get down this time, and I finally brought a ladder. I had to call my neighbor and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna put a ladder on your house and like come get the cat." And so I did that.
How did that go? Was it received?
It was fine. It was received okay. It was received okay. There was a little bit of exasperation,
but it wasn't like these cats.
Yeah, no,
it was kind of like
not. And it's
you know who. The cat was like, "Wait, it's where?" Or the owner was like, "How did it go?"
Just basically it went like, yeah, I don't know what's wrong with your cat. He keeps getting on my roof.
Oh, like I know about this. I hear about this. Yeah. You need to kind of keep your cat in line. I don't know.
And I'm like, okay, I hear you, but also, who fucking cares? Like, why is it a big deal?
Well, I would care if a cat's on my roof and I can hear it and it's fucking meowing incessantly.
Okay, that's fair.
Yes, I would care.
Okay, that's actually pretty fair. Jeff pioneering the neighborly spirit. Me, I guess I don't think about that. I hear the cats run across the roof and I think, oh, that's cute. But it's a little different when it's not your cat.
Not your cat, yeah. I mean, because listen, bro, like when you're old, you just want to do the things you want and then you'd like to die. You want to do what you want, and then you'd like to die. And you don't want any motherfucking cats disturbing when you're trying to keep your brain sharp by doing the beginner's level Sudoku.
Oh, my God.
You're not trying to hear some pitter-pattering... Have you heard of a cat on a hot tin roof? That's literally a thing. Cat on a hot tin roof. Tennessee Williams.
Is he writing about... I mean, what does that mean?
He's pissed at his neighbor for being so fucking inconsiderate.
So I go and get the cat... And I bring him back to my yard, and then I hear him meowing, and he's up on the fence about to leap on the roof again. He's been trapped on the roof for like 3 or 4 hours.
And
he's about. There must be something up there he wants.
I don't understand because
He's not stupid. He's a smart cat. Well,
cats have a limit, right? All animals have a limit. I like to think animals aren't stupid. He was
freaked out. He was at the edge of the roof like, meow, 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 meow.
That happened the other day, and Jesse had extended his hands to him, and he didn't jump, and then he even like put his back, and I was like, that's a great idea. He did everything he could, and the cat wouldn't jump down.
So he just stayed up there?
He just stayed. We were just like, there's nothing we can do.
He must have found his way down then.
I guess, and that's where I'm like, you are stupid for continuing to go up. To go up there.
Yeah, no, it's
because this happened a couple times.
I don't know what to do other than keep him inside, which I'm not going to do.
Right, yeah. Yeah. Are they spayed? They're spayed.
They're spayed. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. I don't like fixing animals, but
you said that it takes their soul?
Especially I've noticed with females.
Yeah.
Males seem to like recover okay, but like females, like my first cat, it like ruined her soul.
Yeah.
My second cat, it was okay, but definitely like not great. And Poppy, I also do like see something. There's just a thing. I don't know what it is exactly. I can't put my finger on it.
Because my girlfriend works in vet med,
so pro spaying.
I just become very judgmental when people don't like fix their dogs.
Yeah.
Like people that have their fucking dogs like with the big old balls. I'm just like, I understand. You don't want to chop the balls off. I totally get that. But there is like, because we are domesticating this beast, right? We're domesticating this beast, so it's like. You should probably just go the full fucking, like, societal proclaimed way to do it.
We didn't do the process of domestic. We weren't like, hey, it's chill to do this, though. We just kind of stepped in on the scene and we're like, whoa, okay, I guess there's domesticated dogs and cats.
Yeah.
I like them.
But by and large, from what I understand, is they are just way more fucking aggressive. And, like, needlessly. Like, there's not really, like a benefit to keeping them like with fucking that like rage shit like coursing through their body, especially if you're trying to take care of them. They're really difficult to take care of at the vet. Like
Max, even with his balls chopped, is difficult to take care of at the vet. I have to like preload him on a bunch of meds.
Yeah, because you're literally just fucking with the animal.
Yeah,
the animal's like, please don't fuck with me.
Eat this peanut butter, and then somebody sneaks up behind him and fucking stabs him in the ass and prays that he doesn't bite my throat out.
And they're in a cacophony.
I'm holding him over his head, and like he's like fucking alligator thrashing.
It's insanity.
Yeah, and he doesn't even have balls.
He doesn't have balls. Imagine. It's just I just don't like irresponsible pet owners. You know, it's just
you're just really judgmental.
I'm very judgmental. Yeah, I'm extremely judgmental. I'm insanely judgmental.
It's a thing. You know what? You have to make judgments.
Absolutely.
You do have to make judgments.
Absolutely.
Michigan grandmother helped her granddaughter beat up another student. Oh, this is another story like this. I love this. We get two of these in a row.
No, this is wonderful.
Helped her granddaughter beat up another student in elementary school bathroom. Officials.
Yeah, well, you know what they say? A family that fights together, plights together.
There you go.
A family that fists together, risks together.
Oh. Well, and they can wrist together, too.
Oh, wrist, yeah. A family that knuckles up, buckles up, because it's going to be a long road trip.
There you go. Yeah. A family that nuts together puts their butts together. It's just a lot of different sex stuff with this family. Oh. They do a lot of different sex stuff. So you could do a lot of other.
I'm trying to think of
a family that debugs together, butt plugs together.
Okay.
You know, so
I was keeping them like violent.
Yeah.
You just want this grandma and daughter to fuck?
Well. Okay. Well, are we trying to make it or not? If you look at Pornhub and you see what they're listing right now.
I was trying to think of this one's not. It's nothing here, but a family that curb
stomps together.
Yeah, a family that's curb stomping together. This is stupid. A family that's curb stomping together will grow an herb garden together.
I mean, I like it a lot. It doesn't rhyme all the way.
Sorry. I just wanted like one really fucking good one before we moved on.
Yeah. We didn't get it. A Michigan grandmother allegedly helped her granddaughter beat up a fellow student at an elementary school, according to officials. Mount Morris Township Police. You don't really want to live in a township, I don't think.
Township, I think, is a bad.
Yeah, you don't ever want to live in a township. You want to live in a town, folks. If you want to live in a ship, live on a ship. If you want to live in a town, live in a town.
If you live in a township, you are inviting weird religious things.
Why? Said the grandmother and her granddaughter were dropped off at McMonagall. Okay, Harry Potter. Is that what character? McGonagall? McGonagall. Yeah. Close enough. Elementary school on Thursday for a behavioral meeting. WNEM reported. The grandmother saw another girl her granddaughter was not getting along with, so she and her granddaughter followed the girl into a bathroom where the grandmother is accused of holding down the girl while her granddaughter punched her. McMonagall Elementary School. It's really hard to not say McGonagall here. Spokesperson Jamal Bransford. How did he get into
a family that punches together, lunches together? It's good to have.
I like that.
It's good to have that.
But it's not the gold that we're looking for. Jamal Bransford said in a statement to the WNEM that no other children were injured after the incident and that administrators are investigating how the grandmother managed to bypass security protocols and gain unauthorized access to school premises.
Can I do one more?
Yes.
Again, this is as good as we're gonna get.
You just wait until I'm done with my sentence. That's all.
Okay.
That's all you got to do.
A family that strikes together will rise together.
I hate that one. It's a little too serious, you know? It's like a little too... You almost want to inspire the person listening to it. Like the family that strikes together will rise together.
Right.
You're like a little too neck beard, like anime watching, like power level 9000.
Like nuclear family.
Yeah, something.
What about like a family that slaps together? Maybe they're fucking listening to music, you know? Come on, baby.
That's pretty good. Okay. That's pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
A family... Oh, and here's a family that punches together, lunches together. A family that smacks together, snacks together.
Yes!
You know? That's...
There we go. We're getting better. We're heating up.
We're getting better.
Okay. Glad we got that.
On Thursday, April 18th, an unfortunate incident transpired at McMonagle Elementary School.
That was unfortunate.
Involving a grandparent of a student who managed to circumvent security protocols and gain unauthorized access to the school premises. She just walked in a door.
Yeah.
Your school is full of doors. You don't have guards on every...
Schools are actually, like, high security now.
Really?
Yeah, I 2 years ago, I went to do, like, a volunteer thing at a school, and, like, you had to check in. And, I mean, you've always had to check in, but, like, the doors were locked. They'd, like, let me in. They were, like, behind a fucking... And this was in Bremerton.
Okay,
Like, schools are, like, actually no joke because of all the school shootings. I feel a certain
way about that.
Like, it's very weird.
I don't think that's the right move. Like,
there's a lot of... I mean, not a lot, because the media definitely, like, fucking portrays this, like 400 times more than it actually happens, but there is a good amount of school violence. There is a good amount of school violence. There is a good amount of school shootings.
I just wonder how many more school shootings happen, because kids are always thinking about the fact that school shootings are going to happen.
Yes, no, like, they definitely have...
The hyper-focus on security causes, like, immense damage to our psyches.
We're in, like, a fucking... It's like a dreidel that's spinning. And there was, like, not really any school shootings... And then there was, like, one, and then the dreidel started to get, like, uneven. And now there's just, like, all this fucking shit happening.
So is the frequency massively higher than it used to be?
I'm
interested
honestly,
to know. I should finish this story first, but I'm going to do a little bit of research.
I literally don't even know what to trust.
Yeah.
I literally don't even know what to trust.
Yeah.
Like, truly. Because I know that you can't trust, like, the media apparatus.
What I want to do is just
can't.
I just want to look at school shooting deaths per year over the last, like, 50 years.
Sure.
You know, and that will give us some really usable information.
Yeah,
We can expect that it's going to go up, especially after unleaded gasoline. Folks, if you weren't here for the episode on unleaded gasoline, it's a serious fucking crisis. Absolutely. Well, it was a serious crisis that ruined a lot of families. We're going to finish this story.
It's like a mass shooting is characterized as, I think, 4 or more people dying. Which is, I mean, that is, you know, that's 4 people. But a lot of these stories, they'll be like, oh, there was a mass shooting. Or, like, they'll just kind of, like, report on these things to kind of get them in the feed.
Yeah, why wouldn't you say mass shooting if you could say mass shooting?
Yeah, if you can, you just like say mass it's shooting. Like saying all natural ingredients. You're like, perfect.
It's just
like, let me do
we
it.
Take a semi-quantifiable number, like the number of people shot in mass shootings, and then we apply like a completely unquantifiable concept, which is like militarizing the defense of our schools.
Yeah.
And we just don't know the repercussions.
Teachers should have knives.
Teachers should have knives.
A lot of people think teachers should have guns, though. Like, not a lot of people. There's really kind of a fringe. It's kind of a fringe opinion. I do not think teachers should have guns.
That's the thing. We see enough videos of teachers holding kids down and watching them get punched in the face that you're like, if that motherfucker had a gun, probably wouldn't be great.
Right. It's like they're just pistol whipping somebody for turning in their shit late.
I think there's just a part of this that's missing is like, we don't have any success-failure metrics. Like, the way all businesses operate... Oh, we got some good comments over here.
Yeah. What up, Coda? What up, Coda?
Good morning! Dylan says, that's one reason I won't get my girl dog fixed. I want her to be able to enjoy her whole body the way it should be and let her get pregnant and be a mom as she wants to be.
Fuck. Okay, Dylan, I hear you, but something about I want her to enjoy her whole body...
Yeah, want her to enjoy her whole body is a pretty special sentence to use there.
I love it. You care about your dog, and you want her to have the entirety of the dog experience. The phrasing, though, it makes me feel like you want to enjoy her whole body as well. And I'm not. I love you. I'm just saying. Think about word order.
I mean, you did think about audience. This is the right audience.
We
perfect audience.
Whatever you have to confess, let us know.
Coda, how's it cooking?
Coda, what up?
We're doing. Jeff's actually doing okay right now. Jeff's actually doing okay, just in life.
Yeah, I'm doing.
Jeff's actually doing pretty good. I'm doing okay. Plugging away. He said, "How you boys doing?"
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
gotcha.
so I'm answering that.
Gotcha.
It's a slog fest. You know it's a slog fest. Samuel Ladosa, what's up, baby? Good to see you on the chat.
Yo, what up, Sammy? What up, Sammy?
What else is this streaming on? This is streaming on Instagram,
YouTube,
TikTok,
Twitch,
YouTube, Twitch, Facebook.
Yeah, pretty much all the things.
The whole 9 yards.
All the shits.
We're either going to set up a Patreon and start streaming to that,
or we're going to burn down this entire house.
We're going to burn down the entire house. Yeah, one of the two. We'll let you guys know
I'm gonna
Dylan says, hey now. Keep it, hey now.
What did he say?
He said, hey now, ... That's a really fair hey now, Dylan.
That's a very fair hey now.
I approve the hey now.
It's, you know,
I approve the
it's a comedy podcast, you know. I gotta.
You want me to slap him?
You can slap me.
Yeah, I'll wait for his response. Dylan, you want me to slap him? I'll slap him for you.
If you want to give me a little pop, you can give me a little pop. You've earned that much.
Okay, we're gonna you read about. Much. Oh man, I love this one.
You want this one? Well, so let's
see. Can I have that one and you have the last one?
Sure. Yeah. Well, do you want to do the Am I the Asshole? Do you want to pass some judgment?
Yeah. Oh, and you got a video too.
I do. Yeah, I got a video. Nice. Okay. Yeah.
Let's do the Am I.
Okay.
Fuck, that's awesome.
Would I? This is actually kind of like a preemptive. So I'm gonna already say this person might not be the asshole.
Would I be the asshole?
Would I be the asshole for calling out my dog sitter? So here we go, folks. Hello there. I have a little rescue dog since a year.
Huh.
Okay, this is like a fucking
English second language.
He had a very troubled past with abuse and neglect with lots of work. He showed quite some progress. Since the beginning, I worked with Tina every now and then for some afternoons. This person is like from Romania. This is very weird English. She is a, quote, qualified dog sitter I found over an agency. They formed a bond, so in case of an emergency, she could take care of him. Now, I have had multiple round job interview last week and needed to leave town. It was the first time that I left him for a full week, and I made it clear that I wanted him to remain in a familiar environment. So I booked and paid Tina as an in-house dog sitter for the days and requested to keep it as stress-free as possible. I even added way more money as a gesture of appreciation for her services. Okay. She updated me and sent pics every day. I recognized he looked extremely stressed, but I felt that maybe a helicopter dad... I felt like a helicopter dad since Tina reassured me he was fine. But the day I came home, I was 2 hours earlier due to easy traffic, and Tina wasn't there. I reached out. Turns out she stayed in another city for 2 days with a group of friends and my dog. I was too stunned to speak, literally. When she finally dropped by, she just said, "No worries, really. He was totally fine. He did so well on the boat, on the hike in the city." She did the whole 9 yards of shitty city travels with an anxious dog that she agreed to take care of at his home.
I mean, okay. Yeah, you keep going and then I'll have my piece.
Okay. There's a lot here, so I'm going to try and speed through it. His character is to internalize stress, so he doesn't show it until he snaps, and it took over a year of trust and training to break some habits. Break some patterns. Fuck. She was in a rush, and 2 minutes later, she was already out the door. Yesterday, I realized the couch smelled different, so I asked her if she had cleaned. She told me yes, since her dog had a little incident there when my partner and their own dog slept over at our place to make room for the visit when her partner and their own dog. I see.
Oh my gosh.
I was so confused. None of this was agreed on, and she said she thought I was okay with them dropping by, ? But she only asked me if I was okay if they dropped by for a coffee. She apologized and said that she must have misunderstood me and felt terribly sorry.
I hate shit like that.
I hate this dog walker.
Yeah.
I hate
somebody
this dog
covers
walker.
their ass with like complete bullshit like that. Oh, it's a misunderstanding.
Yeah,
I thought it was okay for me to be a fucking piece of shit and then use a fucking cheap ace.
Right. I thought that I could take advantage of you and your trust and your living animal that you made sure that I took care of at every turn.
You don't like to be deceived and taken advantage of?
So when I invited my animal into your home and completely violated the trust and sanctity of this environment for your dog...
So wait, did you not want me to give your dog a prostate massage?
I'm terribly sorry.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, sure, my dog pissed on your couch, but it did a little accident.
I mean,
and I did let my dog on your couch.
Human cum's not a problem,
that's
right?
Not, I mean, what?
We didn't talk about human cum.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Right?
I feel she was misunderstanding on purpose and withholding information on purpose. I reread the messages she sent, and she said, "He met my friends today," or "had a visit from my dog." Smiley face. She never said the way it actually was.
Yeah.
That she was in a different town or that they had a sleepover. I feel very violated in my trust, and additionally, my dog is extremely weird since. Barks a lot, shows signs of stress, and I feel we did 20 steps back in the process, in the progress. I want to call her out, even maybe asking for my money back, but my family said that I would be overreacting here and that it's just a dog, not a child, and I should calm down. I'm going to say that everyone's going to say not the asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would freak out. Not the asshole, not the asshole, not the asshole, not the asshole. Yeah.
So one thing I do want to say, I guess, I haven't had a really anxious dog.
Some people have some fucking anxious goddamn dogs. Yeah. Especially if they're bred to, like, chase sheep for 10 hours straight.
And they live in an apartment all day.
Yes.
Yeah, that is...
Not good.
It is not good.
Not good.
It is not good. I feel like as we move towards a new world order, bringing father for my food and daughter... no, as we change, eventually we're probably going to be like, you can't do that anymore.
You can't have a dog?
You can't have a sheep herding dog. Like,
no.
Not in 5 years. No. Not in 5 years. In 50 years.
Yeah, in 50.
So. Okay, I think we're going to be like probably a meatless society in like the next 100 years.
Dogs are so lawless. Animal shit's just so lawless. There's more animals being made every fucking day than anybody can even... I'm sure you've
heard this, though, that child protection laws were actually built around animal protection laws. They used animal protection laws as a precedent for...
Child protection laws?
Yeah.
This is before they were, like, children are real? Like, they're not just...
Yeah, no,
like,
you used to be able to just...
I thought they were just factory units.
Yeah.
I wanted a factory unit.
Bottoms up. Bush NA.
Yeah, this is a no-brainer.
Yeah. Dog walker's the asshole.
I mean...
Sounds like the owner's kind of an anxious mess, too, but like...
I don't think so. This owner, to me, is like a rich person from like a different country, and they're like in the U.S. trying to like start their life. They've got the dog. The dog wasn't everything that they thought it would be. They're trying to be like good to the dog.
Just a dog, not a child from the family is pretty indicative. Oh, they're from the Philippines.
Well,
they're from the Philippines.
Right. They're like, it's just a...
It's a sandwich.
What flavor even is it?
What flavor is it?
Why do you... Is it... I mean, if it's...
Was it a really
good
flavor?
Is
it a Chipotle
Is this a
flavored
Mexican dog? Because I understand. I like dog as much as the next guy, but we can get dog. I can send it to you.
I literally can send you
have a good
dog
hook on dog.
right now. Refrigerated the whole wine, never frozen.
No, this is an affluent person. I mean, they're
actually handling it pretty reasonably.
They're interviewing for jobs while paying a fucking dog boarder and paying them extra. I'm sorry, this is a rich person.
Yeah.
This is a rich person that tries to take nice care of their things.
And you can't...
And then they got deceived by an absolute fucking degenerate.
Yeah. No, not the asshole.
Not the asshole.
Dog walker's the asshole. Let me read about the kids and the overdose and all that good shit.
Pisses me off.
Here we go. Right. 2 teens, 14 and... Oh, maybe I should do this. I'm going to try and do this like an auctioneer. 2 teens, 14 and 17, die in a murder-suicide at a drug-fueled party, Florida cop says. Monday, April 22. You heard it here first. A 14-year-old girl was the victim in a murder-suicide at a drug-fueled house party, and the suspect is a teen she met only a month ago, according to investigators in Florida. The shootings happened at around 8:45 p.m. on Saturday, April 20, at a home near St. Petersburg, where the suspect was dog-sitting. The Pinellas County Sheriff's Office said in a news release, St. Petersburg is about a 20-mile drive southwest from Tampa. How uncomfortable is this making you?
Not very comfortable.
Just mildly uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
I was just thinking that's not an auctioneer voice.
It's okay.
And
that
I was
is
just
true.
Yeah,
it's
and
not.
I was just thinking about I had heard
How
something.
How can you do an auctioneer's voice for something like this though? Because it kind of is an auctioneer's voice, but it's not the cadence.
I would think a little bit more like Southern for sure, and like a little bit more like mumbly, and then like a little.
Most deputies arrived on. No.
Yes, no, that's good.
That's it.
You're doing
Most
really
deputies
good.
arrived on scene. They located 14-year-old Sayori J. Brew.
That's really good.
Deceased suffering from a gunshot wound to the head. Deputies located 17-year-old Hector Pfeiffer with a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. Officials said Pfeiffer was transported to the hospital and pronounced deceased at 10:16 p.m. An investigation revealed 26-year-old homeowner was out of town and had arranged the Pfeiffer to stay out of the home as a dog sitter. Cal officials said
19.
It's pretty hard.
Yeah.
The party began at around 4 a.m. on Saturday when
really
Pfeiffer invited
hard.
Ruiz and another female over to hang out, officials said. Pfeiffer met 2 on a social media app approximately 1 month ago. I'm going to slow it down now, though.
Yeah, go. Can you do like a sexy auctioneer? Like an auctioneer that wants you to know that you're auctioneering just for one person?
Okay, we're going to try sexy auctioneer. I have never seen sexy auctioneer. I don't know if it's
happened.
We're
breaking ground here. We're breaking ground here.
The 3 were joined by an 18-year-old man from a St. Pete Beach.
17.
And they consumed alcohol, marijuana, and cocaine throughout the day, the sheriff's office said.
18.
Pfeiffer began brandishing a firearm belonging to the homeowner. Detectives learned they all began playing with the firearm and taking photos with
20?
it. The sheriff said a verbal altercation ensued, and Pfeiffer became upset. Detectives said Ruiz was speaking to the other female regarding the argument when Pfeiffer approached Ruiz and pointed the gun at her head and shot her.
God damn.
Detectives say Pfeiffer then shot himself.
When you're 14 and 17 and you're on alcohol, marijuana, and cocaine, things should not get this out of hand.
Yeah, it's
things should not get this out of hand on alcohol, marijuana, and cocaine. Like, I mean, there's no, like, you know, that's no clean palate, but that's not.
That's why it's important for kids not to have guns.
I guess, like, if you're on, like, meth or like mescaline, sure, I can understand an accidental shooting, but talk about what you want to do next summer.
Cocaine, marijuana, and alcohol is a really good combination. That's a fine combination.
Ask the other person 17 questions about themselves. What
is going on?
What are we doing? What are we doing?
17 questions, not 20 questions, not 20 gunshot wounds to the head.
Thank you.
An autopsy was scheduled to determine manner of death. Okay, well, like, it's probably the fucking 3-inch wide hole in the back of their skull. I don't know. But it's important to test for, whatever.
These are important to test.
Pfeiffer lived in Seminole, about a 7-mile drive from the crime scene, and Ruiz was... Now everything feels so empty after doing the sexy auctioneer voice.
Yeah, no, you can't. We got abort.
Up to 600 murder-suicides happen each year.
That's a lot. That's actually a lot of murder-suicides.
Okay, but there's 50 states, so that's like 11. That's 12 per state.
That's 1 per month per state.
That's 1 per month per state. That's not that bad at all.
1 per month per state.
That seems very. See, okay, statistical ethics, folks. I'm a fan of statistical ethics.
I don't. Yeah, what do we got in the comments
We got
here?
some. Coda says impossible to find food help these days.
Impossible to find
Living
food
on
help.
Reds, vitamin C, and propane. I'm just imagining you, Coda. Like, we imagine you're heating your house with propane, but you actually you're just fucking eating the propane, drinking liquid propane, like living on Reds, vitamin C, and propane, because it fits into...
Propane is a lot more bioavailable than you think. It's not entirely bioavailable.
In its liquid form. In its gaseous form, not healthy at all.
You got to make sure that you distill. You got to get an evap. You got to get a condensate pump. Absolutely. Yeah, you got to do it smart, but Cody, you're a smart person.
You got to get a macerator.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Okay, so should we play our new favorite game?
Yeah, let's play our new favorite game.
So, folks, this is a game where we identify the backstories of AI individuals. That way, if you see these people in real life, you know what to expect.
Okay, so another thing that I would like to propose here is, so guys, we're talking about doing prank calls, but it's called pranks with a point. Yeah. Okay, and this is important.
Okay.
This is important.
This is important.
This is important.
Hey, this is important.
Important. We're gonna be prank calling people and trying to get them to, like, say, donate to charities. I'll be at made up ones.
It's hard though. So yeah, that's.
What was your pitch on it? I remember you had a good pitch on it.
If we're gonna do pranks with a point or pranks with a purpose, it would be calling old people, scamming them, and then being like, "Hey, just so you know, this was a test call. We run these operations. This is not real. This is a scam. People will scam you like this. Don't in the future." And the way that we could do it, the way that we could do this is getting people's consent. Your niece sets you up for this, or your niece told me to call to check. That's the way we could do that, I think.
I think that's a good prank with a point, but I think doing that every time is a little bit...
Oh, no, that's like 1 of 10.
Okay. But so then the petition one works too, right?
I mean, do you want the point to be real? It's like, do we want the point to be real or not? Like, if we...
I think it can be a little bit both. I think it can be a little bit of both.
See, I feel like it needs to be one or the other. It needs to be one or the other, is the way I feel.
Okay, I just love the idea of trying to get people to sign...
The petition, yeah. It's hilarious, yeah.
The Aboriginal...
yeah, well, then it doesn't need to be with the point. Then fuck that. Then fuck all the points.
Fuck all the points shit. Yeah. Okay, so petitions, random petitions. But basically, I just wanted to ask you guys, does anyone have a good idea for, like, a good... prank call?
We'll prank. We're taking requests for pranks.
We're taking requests for pranks.
We actively. Will take if you have a family member.
Give us a number and a prank that you want us to call.
You can literally just say, "Call my uncle. He works at an auto parts store," and tell him that you put. This is a prank I saw, but you put olive oil in your engine, and you thought that maybe was the wrong one.
Yeah.
Something, and that again, that's an idea I saw, but I'm just for instance, folks.
And you can even just give us some background on the person, and we'll figure out a prank.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
We just need meat.
We need meat, and we can do our thing. If you give us meat, we'll do our thing, but we need meat.
So somebody pop off in the chat and toss us a number, and we'll go
to our IG. Go to our IG so you can remain private with that person's number. Go to our IG. We've got a Google Voice number. We'll get you sorted with God.
Absolutely.
We'll get you sorted.
And with that, until we receive that number, we're going to go ahead and do, What Did You Do?
That's a pending name.
We don't have a better one yet.
I don't approve of that name.
He doesn't approve of it, but we don't have a better one yet.
Basically, the concept, folks, is we take these photos of AI-generated people and we tell you what they did. And I know I already said that, but I'm trying to really hammer home that this is a service-based bit. We are protecting you or giving you an opportunity. If you see a person,
she seems pretty wholesome. She seems a little too wholesome to really break down. What does she do for work? I think that I feel like she worked in skincare. And also like as a model, but then like realized that there was a lot of injustice in like skincare, like the way that this stuff is produced, and then like became is joined a nonprofit fighting like human rights abuses in skincare. I don't know. Do you see anything dark in her?
I see cartel wife.
Oh!
I see cartel wife who used to be nice, but is slowly getting more evil.
I guess.
Can you see that?
Could. You know, the interesting thing about cartel wives, and she's beautiful.
She's beautiful, absolutely, yeah.
But they're never like the hottest person in the world.
Well,
there's always some,
I
respect it.
Absolutely.
I respect that they're not just like
when you're in a cartel, it's not about hots. It's about trust. It's about trust, baby.
Yeah, it's about trust.
You know what? And you got to have somebody that's going to ride and die for you.
Ride and die.
Any
of you guys watch Narco? Pretty good show. You watch any Narco?
No.
It's a pretty good show.
Yeah?
Very good show. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's about Pablo
Escobar, yeah.
And then some
I remember Narcos was a thing for a little bit. I just never got all these things I just never got into. Mad Men, never got into it.
Never got into that either. I tried a little bit too.
I'd like to watch Mad Men conceptually, but then something about it I don't.
Yeah. Andy got pretty into Mad Men,
He did. Yeah. Breaking Bad's a great one. You finally got onto that.
Yeah, Breaking Bad.
We gotta do Breaking Bad.
Did you do Game of Thrones?
I didn't.
You didn't do Game of Thrones?
Just not for me.
Did Roxana do Game of Thrones?
She did, and she didn't like it at the end.
Really?
Well, she loved it, but then at the end, she was like, "Are you serious?"
Did she read the books?
Bullshit.
Did she read the books?
I am not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
That's a pretty important piece of information.
I could see Skin. Maybe she tries to like.
Wow, we're really popping off on the beautiful half Asian woman here today.
Let's see. So she definitely was abused. Absolutely was abused. But she's like a strong, kind person. I think she works.
You can see that earring popping out from the left.
I think she works at like a salon. She's like the manager at like a weird she's like the manager at like one of those like weird spas that would do Groupons. Where they're like, yeah, come in for like a chemical face peel, and we'll also try to sell you cool sculpting and 17 other weird like services.
I actually just got a gift certificate for someone for a spa, and it is very interesting the stuff they offer.
They'll be like
platinum level,
infrared microabrasion, hydro.
I'm like.
It's insanity.
This can't like
you can do a bunch of weird bullshit that like may or may not work in for being an.
I mean, if you
person.
look at our skin together, like we could use you guys. Can you guys donate to get us hydroplaned? I don't even know what that means.
I'd like to be hydroplaned.
Is that actually a term, or is that?
I want to be skin bukkake.
I want to be skin bukkake.
No, I've been using a good face wash for about 6 years now, and I think it has actually helped quite a bit.
Yeah,
it's got hyaluronic acid.
Don't take care of my skin very well.
Yeah,
I did find some stuff that's supposed to help with these nails, but I can't put it on when I have gaping fucking cuts in my fingers because it'll kill you.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, it probably won't kill me,
but it'll
make
me
get in
you. Yeah.
It's an antibiotic.
Oh.
You don't want antibiotics
in your
blood.
Well,
I don't know. They said don't do it.
Okay. They're probably lying though.
They're probably lying. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, they're probably fucking
direct inject.
Yeah.
Maybe the key to immortality. Nobody's gonna know unless I try.
That'd be great.
Nobody's gonna know unless I try.
I watched Knocked Up last night.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's just so funny how like.
How'd that age?
It aged okay, but like you could just really say fag.
Oh,
you could just really say fag like a lot.
So they said it a bunch.
Not a bunch, but like there was like a moment where like the girl was like trying to insult a bouncer, and she literally was like, "You fucking fag." You were just like a fag with your faggy clipboard.
That's not in any movies at all anymore at all.
No,
we're probably gonna get canceled for saying
potentially.
It right
now. I can't even like reference it. Yeah, it's, and then in The Hangover, I believe this was even in like the trailer that like went out. Like Everybody's like,
oh wow, in the train.
Yeah, everyone's picking up Ed Helms, and he's like a dentist, and he's a doctor, but they're like picking him up for the boys' weekend, and they are outside of his house, and he's in his house with his wife, and then they have the megaphone, and they're like, paging Dr. Faggot, and then his wife is like, is that you? Are you Dr. Faggot? And he's like, yeah, I think that might be me.
See,
and that's funny. That's a funny joke.
You can take it out of. We're doomed. We're doomed.
I like that.
We're doomed on this front, and I'm slowly starting to understand how you look.
Call people and ask if they want a free psychic reading. That's a good idea, really good, Coda.
That's really good.
That's a really good idea.
That's really good. I like that a lot. We should do that. We could do that. Does anybody check the DM? See if we got somebody. Let us give your grandma a psychic reading.
Wow, Dylan would like to have a zoo one day. That's cool. What an interesting thing. I would never want to have a zoo.
Yeah.
So I like it when people have things that they
hashtag living with animals. That's a hashtag we started.
You would like to have a zoo. You would like to have a zoo.
I'm so tired. I don't know anymore.
Yeah.
I would if I had 3 of me. I would really like to have a zoo. I'd like to have a monkey and a raven.
Yeah, you would. You wanted a raven for a long time.
Those are my 2 things that I would really like.
For a long time.
I've got beavers out at the property. That's a pretty cool one to add in there. There's a seahawk that lives out there too, which is pretty cool.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. I want if I had zookeepers and I got to go in once a week and put peanut butter on my balls and have the monkey lick it off.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I'm down. There is, the closer you get to the closer you get to human with your animals, the more wrong it is, bestiality with a horse
is totally fine.
This is weird, but the horse, I don't know.
It's a horse.
It's a horse.
But then when it becomes an orangutan,
when it's an orangutan, you're that is 75% rape.
Yeah,
that is
dude,
we can't quite
Well, I just watched
legally call it that. But
I don't know what it was. Oh, it was Babe, I think. Yeah, I think I just watched the movie Babe, Pig in the City.
Oh, you did?
2, yeah, it's a great flick.
I love when you say I think. I think I just watched He was on a huge Quaaludes binge, so the 3 days is just a fucking
I woke up and I was surrounded
women.
by rappers and the credits were rolling. And I was thinking, I must have watched Babe, Pig in the City. There's only 2 possible answers, and I'm not bleeding from my ass.
The hip-hop community loves... Oh my god! You about to black out.
But no, they had an orangutan that was an actor, and I just was thinking, God, orangutans are terrifying. They just look so gross.
Yeah.
Fucking gross and weird.
Yeah.
I'm not a guy that likes monkeys. If I saw a monkey, I'd be like, don't come near me. You're gonna get a weird fucking disease.
Monkeys, there's so many things out there where you go okay, the odds of this happening are so slim. But then there's 7.7 billion people. There's 8 billion people now, right?
Okay,
there's so many odds. There's so many chances. Sure. There's so many interactions. A monkey's got to have fucked a person before, right?
That's how we got AIDS.
I mean, is that really happening? Okay.
No, that was one of the.
That was kind of the things.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know if there's a monkey that fucked a person, but there's definitely a person that fucked a monkey.
Okay, sure.
Could you imagine being
I'm going incognito
being a monkey
mode.
And having a chick?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You imagine being a monkey and then having a girl that
But here's the thing, the beauty is different, right? Baboons, you want that big red butt,
right?
Sure. Orangutans, you probably want the big puffy cheeks.
Sure.
I'm sure they're what an ugly little hairless fucking, they're probably we look at naked mole rats and we're ugh.
Right.
I wonder if that's how they look at us.
Yeah, no, who's to say, honestly.
We're gonna get to the bottom. Has a monkey
ever had sex
with a person?
And by the way, folks, incognito does basically nothing. Yeah. It just makes you feel better.
Oh wow, they get really specific here with a woman before. We can't just ask what will happen if a human had sex with a monkey.
What's the core one?
Jeff really wants to know.
Well, that's what we're doing.
That's the whole point.
I can only repeat what my father told me. A spinster
owned a large male monkey. Oh, okay. Wow. So this guy's saying his father.
What's a spinster?
Had a video. A spinster, I think, is a woman whose husband died. Yeah. Okay. We're gonna figure out 2 things at once. What's a spinster? What's a spinster? It might just be a woman without a husband, too. An unmarried woman, typically an older woman beyond the usual age for marriage.
Oh.
So they're just like kind of like
an old, useless, dried
pigeonholed into sewing. Basically, they just like sew for free. For
well, what a weird thing to say. Like, it's typically past the normal marrying age. Just left that out.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
Now,
okay. Jesus.
Would tell the folks what it is.
Yeah. Okay. I don't want to. It's pretty dark. Basically a monkey did have sex forcefully with with a woman.
When I was repairing some of the machinery for one of the...
It's like written like a romance novel in some ways. It's like not... I don't know. It's weird. There not a lot of things make me uncomfortable. Here we go.
Wait.
There were a couple of male chimps on chain leads outside their cage playing with their erections when one of the local females touched the balls of one of the chimps with her foot. In one move, he knocked her legs out from under her, rolled her over, and then had sex with her. I'm just going to go with that. You see why I'm saying I don't want to read this shit? There's something about it that does... I don't know. Maybe it's the beast jet. Maybe it's... Are you not on the same wavelength
No,
as
I mean... Imagining it definitely isn't nice. But folks, this is... this is the brew.
You heard it here last.
So... she touched... Did you say she touched the balls? Mm-hmm. It's not that bad. He in one move he knocked her. I mean, it is horrible.
It's horrible.
In one move,
the closer you get, the more you're like, I don't want to do it.
He knocked her legs from under her, rolled her over. All right, I'm just gonna stop.
Yeah, we're done, folks. We're done with this.
There was a monkey that did do something not cool,
some bad shit,
and then they quickly packed up their equipment overnight and moved away the next morning. To the best of his knowledge, no one had ever reported the incident to the authorities.
I mean, what do you say?
I mean, I would want to hang out with the monkey.
Hang out with the
monkey. I would be like, monkey.
Yeah, I guess you could. No. I guess you could kill the monkey.
So folks, that has happened.
That has happened. According to...
We suggest staying away from the balls of an ape if you have...
Especially when they're jerking off. They were jerking off.
Yeah, they were jerking off. Yeah. And then she was like, let me touch the ape's balls with my foot. That's you initiated sexual contact.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you deserved any
Sometimes
of this.
you ask questions you don't want the answers to. You know, curiosity killed the cat.
Anyway.
And it also... You know what a spinster is?
I think that's about
now?
an hour and a half.
That's about an hour and a half. Here, we got one more. We got one more of these guys. So we've got free psychic readings. Tough to gauge without the eyes. Wow, they do a really good job. The AI does a really good job with the sunglasses.
It does.
The AI does a really good job with the sunglasses.
She's a bus driver.
Yeah, she's pretty jovial with the kids.
Yeah, she has
a bad day. Oh, she's really jovial with the kids, but like all the kids know her really well. Either husband dies or they get a divorce and things go downhill, and she starts getting pretty shitty with the kids actually. But she's been driving buses for 12 years.
You say drunk driving buses?
Maybe.
She starts drunk driving buses?
I mean,
she starts drinking a tiny little bit, like just a tiny little bit. Only in the morning.
I wonder
in the morning.
Because here's the thing, like the big thing with alcohol is you tell like by the breath, right? But you can you IV alcohol safely?
You could probably feel it you could probably smell it in the breath after
IVing?
Oh yeah.
No.
Dude, you can smell, no, sorry, not the breath, the sweat.
Can you IV
you
alcohol?
Can smell
through the sweat. Yeah.
You can smell alcoholics like it. An alcoholic has a certain type of odor that they emit when they drink. It's fucking insane.
Whoa!
Only happens for alcoholics.
Check this out. So, oh wow. Our data suggests that intravenous infusion of ethanol at rates of 0.02 to 0.06 grams per kilogram per hour provides low but measurable blood alcohol levels, 2 to 8 milligrams per 100 milliliters, avoids sedation and toxic effects, and prevents the appearance of withdrawal symptoms in severely alcoholic burn patients. So they do this for burn patients who literally can't... Burn patients, like, oh no, you're on fire, you got burned.
Severely alcoholic burn patients?
Yes.
That seems like a niche group of patients. Severely alcoholic.
I mean, yeah,
burn
it's not
patients?
it's kind of like the never mind. Sometimes you go down a path you don't need to go down. But so you can. So I'm just imagining like you get really savvy as an alcoholic and you just slap on a patch, and you're pretty much good to go. Gets you through work.
Yeah.
Has anybody there could be some money in that. I don't think it's a thing yet.
Yeah, no, that it could be good. Could be good. I mean, we're all about innovation here. We're all about trying to make sure that people are.
You could really sell it as like something to get better too. You'd be like, these are your month 1 patches. These are your month 2 patches. Just like my alcoholic beer.
Right. Yes,
as an alcoholic,
absolutely.
I like thinking about how to help alcoholics. As a business owner, I like thinking about how to make money. If you put the two together, you got yourself a business.
It's a good time. It's a good time.
She's a good lady. She's a good lady. Give us a bad one. Okay, I'm skipping.
Oh, they can't see. I swapped out of us.
Oh, you swapped out of us. Here, what? This is the final. This is the final here, folks.
One more though. Not him. He's an evil doctor. We already know that.
He's an evil doctor with a windy past though. He was bullied in school. He was actually a nice guy for a while, but then he finally got a taste of power as a doctor.
Yes, he became rich, and he was like, you know what, I deserve this.
This is the same exact look he has in a board meeting. He has this same exact look in a board meeting, or when he's authorizing the chainsaw execution of a person for stepping on his toes and selling drugs. Like I don't know. He's got feet in both worlds. We get one more here. Here we go.
Yeah, I gotta think that he sells a product that he knows doesn't work.
Yeah.
He sells a product that doesn't work, and he has like an online group.
He's done good. He was really pretty ugly when he was younger.
He was, yeah.
He didn't take good care of himself.
No, he didn't.
And like, do you ever see that? Do you ever like when you're Facebook, see, I shouldn't say Facebook stalking. That sounds really icky, but like what do you call Facebook stalking that's not Facebook stalking? You know, like I don't want people to think of stalking, but like when you're doing your Facebook perusing.
Yeah.
When you're doing your back checking, when you're investigating on Facebook. When you're Facebook stalking someone, you see them kind of pick themselves up by their bootstraps, and you go like, oh wow, this person can also be this person, and then you go vice versa,
right? And
then when you like walk by a homeless person, you're like, huh, that could be this, that actually could be this, but it's this right now, and this could be that, but it's this right now. Right. Huh. I feel like I'm talking to a 4-year-old. Yeah, he sells a bunk product, but it's not all the way bunk, and it's they got lots of good stats on it. I don't know, he eats bad food. He eats bad food.
But he says that he doesn't.
He absolutely says that he doesn't. He exercises enough, so it's not a huge issue. I feel like he has a thing for, like, really greasy, like, catfish, gas station catfish food. You know?
Sure.
And I only say that because
I'm imagining
I've eaten a lot of catfish at that gas station by your house. Not a lot. I've eaten catfish like 3 times. One time.
Well, maybe it was.
I just was like, how in the fuck is a gas station like stocking and cooking catfish? This is amazing.
In Seattle, there's a gas station that is on Beacon Hill, and it's won awards because they have an insane amount of fried fishes, and catfish is like their claim to fame.
Yeah.
If you were in Seattle, you know the catfish Beacon Hill Chevron smells fucked up in there. Don't get a pepperoni stick. It'll taste like catfish.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Does everything taste like
catfish? You need to go in wanting catfish. And that's how you're going to have a good time.
It's basically like accidentally the only thing they're selling in the store is catfish packaged differently.
Yeah,
it is different things.
I opened a Gatorade. I got a fucking tiny scale. Disgusting.
Oh, my
Folks,
fuck.
we are a band that is... we just released a new song. Take your time. So go listen to our song. Take your time.
That might be a game show that doesn't have a podcast.
Yeah, we are a band.
We are a band that might be a game show that doesn't have a podcast.
Exactly. And take your time. We just released it. Go give it a listen.
Please go give it a listen. It's one word, right?
Yeah, take your time. We're up to 25 monthly listeners, so that feels nice. That feels nice. It's the little wins.
It's the little wins.
Yeah.
It's the little
Folks,
wins. It's actually a really, really beautiful song. So,
it's a nice song.
Give her a go. We're gonna see you guys on Friday. Go ahead and get us some numbers to call. Get us some numbers to do some.
Hit up our
calls.
IG. Give us a couple prank ideas, and we'll do them.
We got you.
We'll do them, baby.
Guys, we love you. This
love
week,
it. Mwah.
This week,
Mwah. Mwah.
If you played an instrument, pick up an instrument. If you had a passion from when you were a kid, go ahead and do something with it, Yeah,
and it doesn't have to be like a crazy passion, but like, do you remember when you like really liked making paper airplanes for that summer?
Yeah.
Like make a good paper airplane.
Make a good paper airplane and throw it. And take a video of it and send it to us.
Send it to us, yeah.
Yeah. And then also If you're cooking food for a group of people, just put a shitload of X-Lax in it.
Put a little bit of something bad in there.
Put something bad.
Actually, if you're cooking, spit.
Spit in it.
Spit in it. Spit and fucking and like spit in like an area where like you've got like a roaring boil, so it really doesn't matter.
Nah, spit after it's done.
No, I do the roaring boil.
Spit after.
I say roaring boil.
I say spit after it's done.
Okay, you.
This is the bad one.
You get to decide.
No, they don't get to decide. This is the bad one. They need to do something bad.
Okay.
Put X-Lax in the fucking food and spit in it after the boil.
We did this.
We love you guys. You have an amazing week. We'll see you on Friday night.
Fucking monkey. Yeah, sorry about that. We love you guys. We love you.